Hi everyone, this is Matt from Technical Services Staffs University. This session is called Adobe Audition for Radio Part 1. In this session we're going to take a look at the basic components of Adobe Audition. We'll have a look how to import files as well as looking at the Audition interface. We'll also take a look at some basic audio editing tools within the waveform editor as well as basic top and tail audio editing of your audio files. After that, we'll take a look at some fine-tune audio editing, and then we'll also have a look at saving your audio files. Moving on after that, we'll take a look at creating multi-track sessions. We'll give you an introduction to the multi-track interface, how the track header works, adding clips, basic multi-track editing tools, and then finally, we'll show you how to export the multi-track session to a new audio file. For those of you that don't know, Adobe Audition is part of Adobe's Creative Cloud suite. It is the main audio editing piece of software. It does integrate with other pieces of software as well, such as Premiere Pro. So when you move on to video editing, you can use Adobe Audition alongside Premiere Pro for the audio side of your video edit. But for today's session, we're concentrating solely on editing for radio. Let's firstly point you into the direction of the audio files that you'll be editing today. So everyone will be using the same audio files. There is a link provided in this video for you to download the media content. So just go to any web browser, copy and paste the link in the description of this video. I've already done that here, so I can go straight to that link, press the enter key, and hopefully we can now download this zip file called Audition for Radio Part 1.zip. Choose where you want to save the files. I'm going to put mine on the desktop for the time being, but we'll talk about the desktop momentarily. Let's save those files, and there we have our downloaded folder. Let's take a quick look at the contents of this folder. So let's double click, and we've got 4 separate items within this folder. Now this folder here that we've just downloaded, this is what we'd call within a TI session a master folder. So the master folder is where we store all of the contents for a particular project. So everything that we're using for this particular project will be stored in here. Now this could be audio files, it could be multi-track audition sessions, anything for a particular project we save in here. Looking at the individual items within the master folder, we can see that we've got 4 different things. The first one is an audio file called 01 to 10.wav. This will be used to give us an introduction to some of the basic edit tools within Adobe Audition. We've also got this folder here, which if I just expand my view, is called Radio Package Master Folder. You can see within there's a few different subfolders as well, such as exports, interview clips, and so on. We'll discuss this in a bit more detail later, but basically this is a master folder within the master folder, so this is a project in its own right, and here we've got all of the different audio files that are related to this specific project. The third item is the individual exercise instructions. You can follow along with the instructions if you wish. I would of course recommend that you watch the videos as well and maybe work alongside the videos using these instructions. These will give you a step-by-step guide to completing today's project. Finally, we've got these help guides in the 4th folder, or the 4th item, which are largely focused on Adobe Audition. We've got an advanced guide, a basic guide, but we've also got a few other things that you might be using alongside Audition, such as Burley, which has its own video series, as does the Radio Studios. So we've got these user guides for you to use as well if you wish. In terms of saving your work, we recommend that you invest in a USB 3 pen drive or an external hard drive. Also probably USB 3 as well. If you need any help or advice with purchasing a USB pen drive or hard drive, come and see any of the technical specialists that operate within the broadcast newsroom or the media and communications hub. At the moment, as you can see, I'm saving my work to the desktop, which is fine because this is my own personal Mac. If you're using any of the university Windows PCs or Macs, then you shouldn't ever save your work to the desktop or the documents folder or the downloads folder and so on, because as soon as you log out, all of that work that you've just been doing will be erased. You will not get that work back. That's why it's really important to have an external hard drive or a USB 3 pen drive. So please invest, come and see the technical specialists if you need any assistance with that. You can of course use online resources such as OneDrive or Google Drive to back up your work, but please don't ever work from these areas. You might find that the data transfer speed is just a bit too slow. So make sure you're working on a USB 3 pen drive or an external hard drive, and then you should be good to go. That's the basic intro to the TI. The next video that we'll watch will be focused around an introduction to Adobe Audition.